just to chill. Oh. Hey guys, it's Ro. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're making wedding cakes. I'm gonna be making the same vanilla cake recipe, and it's a versus. I got ingredients from Aldi's, Trader Joe's, and Whole Foods, so I'm gonna be making the same vanilla cake recipe with the best ingredients I could find at each store, and I'm using the same recipe, and then we're gonna do a taste test. At the end, stay tuned for my expert panel of judges who will be tasting all of these and trying to guess which one is the most expensive and high quality and which one isn't. So at each store, I tried to find the highest quality ingredients to put in each of these cakes to see if the judges can even taste the difference. At Aldi, I was actually surprised. I found organic eggs. Hello, I love that. Like at Aldi's, they only had vanilla extract. At Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, they had vanilla bean paste, which is but it's the same idea. It's just gone up and up and up. This was the best quality milk that they had, the best flours, sugars, and then at Trader Joe's, they didn't have as much selection. It's just, you get what you get. I mean, this is their flour. I went for the best sugar I could find. And then Whole Foods over here just showing off. This is grass-fed organic milk, also with the butter, grass-fed. And my favorite sea salt, you guys, Celtic sea salt, I can't get enough. With the research I've done, these products say that they're higher quality, but let's put it to the test. The last time I did this, you guys absolutely loved it. That's why we're doing it again, but I listened to your feedback and you wanted me to make these cakes exactly in the same way. So they're gonna be the same vanilla cake recipe across the board, and I'm gonna try to decorate them to look very similar. And we're gonna be decorating them to look like wedding cakes because love is in the air, you guys. It's all around us. Here's all the ingredients to make the 3 different cakes today. These ones are from Aldi, these ones are from Trader Joe's, and these ones are from Whole Foods. And visually, a few of the differences that I noticed right away: colors. The eggs all looked really similar, shape, size, and color. The highest quality sugar at Aldi was this refined sugar, and it's so white, like it's almost bleach white, compared to an organic sugar cane from Whole Foods is much darker. You can see it's almost a cream color. I think this one will add a little extra flavor, so I'm really excited about that one. Same with the butters. Butter from Whole Foods and the best high quality butter from Aldi. Where I grew up in Seattle, these shorter sticks of butter were more standard, but so many of you were telling me, no, they're like longer and taller, like these ones. And so you guys have to let me know, where you live, do you have the longer ones or do you have the short ones? Oh no, a butter, dang it. Thank goodness it's still wrapped. All right, now without further ado, let's make some cakes. And just a reminder, we're gonna make the Aldi one first, so we're gonna start with these ingredients. In front of me is Aldi ingredients. Did you get it? It's Aldi. Aldi ingredients, Aldi. Okay, you guys get it. Anyways, so first thing that we're gonna do, you guys know what to do. We're gonna start with your dry ingredients. So in a large mixing bowl, we're gonna mix together our flour, baking powder, and salt. Then whisk together till well combined and set off to the side. Next up, we're gonna cream together our butter and sugar. So over here in a stand mixer, oh, one of my favorites. It was an exclusive Target color, the dark green color, and it's matte. In the bowl, we've got butter at room temperature, and then I've got the regular sugar. So pour all that sugar in there. And remember, for the refined sugar, you don't need to mix it as much. We're probably gonna mix this up for about 8 minutes. But with the more grainy sugars, like from Whole Foods, especially Trader Joe's, you're gonna have to mix a little longer. It's more about getting it nice and creamy and fluffy versus the time. And last but not least, vanilla extract. We're gonna put this down, lock it into place, then we're gonna start slow and then move a little faster for about 8 minutes. This is the perfect consistency. This is what you want, nice and light and fluffy. Now we're gonna add our eggs. I'm gonna add all of them at the same time, and we're not gonna mix them up very much. You don't wanna overmix too much here. I'm not even gonna lock it. I'm gonna live life on the wild side. We're just gonna break up those yolks. Just a few seconds here. Now this isn't fully combined yet. Don't freak out, that's fine. The next thing to do is add all of our dry ingredients and the milk, alternating, starting and ending with flour. So I'm first gonna add about 1/3 of the dry while it's mixing, then half of the milk, second third of the dry, second half of the milk, and the last 1/3 of the dry ingredients. Mix until well combined. Batter's up. Now each cake that we're making today is gonna take 6 cake pans. We've got 3 greased and lined 6-inch and then 3 8-inch rounds. For each of the small rounds, I'm gonna measure 1 cup of batter, 1 cup, 1 cup, 1 cup. Then I'm gonna split the batter evenly between the 8-inch pans. It's about a scoop and 3/4 for the bigger pans. We want a level scoop, not a heaping scoop. I can already tell this is gonna be a good cake. This is actually really cool. It's homemade from scratch. I'm really curious to see if the judges will even be able to tell the difference. After you've got all the batter scooped into these pans, you're gonna take an offset spatula, smooth them nice and flat, and you're gonna heat your oven to 325 degrees and bake for about 30 minutes. I wanna give all of these cakes the best shot at success, so I am making my favorite frosting, and that is Swiss buttercream. So I'm gonna be doing this process 3 times with the 3 different ingredients, and I just want to show you guys what I'm doing. I'm using my professional mixer today. I'm not messing around. This is the 8-quart. KitchenAids or stand mixers are like a 5-quart, or the smaller version, the 4-quart. We're going with the 8-quart. I'm pulling out the big guns. It doesn't even come in cute colors I like. In our big mixing bowl, we're gonna combine powdered sugar, then regular sugar, and our egg whites. Let's have a heart-to-heart, all right? This is a warning. Okay, this process takes about 45 minutes. It's the kind of icing that you know if somebody's made you a homemade Swiss buttercream, this is made with love. Okay, here we go. I feel like this is pretty good mixed here. Doesn't have to be perfectly mixed, and we're gonna place it over heat. Now, in this medium-sized saucepan, I have the heat on low. I'm bringing the water to a simmer, and we're just gonna put this over the heat. When you do this, this is called a double boiler, and I'm just whisking continuously. It doesn't need to be quick. We're not making the meringue right here, right now, but just keep whisking because you don't want your eggs to cook. You're gonna keep whisking for about 5 to 10 minutes. See, your arm's gonna get sore. This is the love. And you're also gonna keep mixing until you hit 150 degrees. See, this is multitasking. I really chose the wrong shirt today. This was, oh, Jesus, you know? Okay, here we go, here we go. Let's see how hot we are. If I put this in my mouth, I think I'm over 100 degrees today. I'm feeling really hot today. It's a hot day out. Perfect day to wear a sweater. Okay, yeah, we're at 80 degrees here. Hold on, I gotta crank it up. Oh, that's way easier. Is this what it's like to be tall? This is so cool. Wow, I just can't relate to any of this. I'm used to these problems. I'm not used to these problems. Like the boom in my face. What's this? This is a new problem. I've never had this. Got about 10 more minutes to go. I'll see you guys soon. Now it's at 150. Let's put it on our mixer. Now this is also why this is a labor of love, because now we're gonna put it on a medium speed and it's gonna whip for about 20 minutes. That's right, till it makes a beautiful meringue. Woo! All right, everybody. We've got a meringue. The bowl is like lukewarm to the touch, and now we're gonna add our butter. This butter is at the perfect temperature, so the perfect time, you take the butter out of the refrigerator when you start this process to make your buttercream, and by the time you're at this step, it's kind of this in-between, between a room temperature and chilled. So it's a chilled room temperature, and it's cubed, and now we're gonna add our butter while it spins on a low speed. Add a chunk about every 5 seconds. Again, labor of love. Labor of love. On here, it's gonna start, take a little butter. Bloop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bloop. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bloop. This is where you can sneak out a workout. You get your 5 squats. 1. Oh no, I'm too slow for that. I can only do 3. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's 2 squats, nice and controlled. And you just do this 1,000 more times. Boop. We got all the butter into the mixer. It's well mixed. It's starting to look so good. Now we're just gonna let it sit here for 10 minutes. And even if it starts to get a little lumpy, don't worry. You haven't ruined it. It just does that. This process really does take time. You gotta let it take its time. It'll come back together again. For any reason after 10 minutes it's just a little too thin, like soupy, then you can pop it in the refrigerator for 5 minutes to chill and then just whip it up like a whipped cream. So just leave it on like this 10 minutes. We've got our Swiss buttercream icing, and now I'm gonna color it, flavor it. I scooped about 1/4 of the buttercream into this bowl and then divided the rest between these 2 bowls. And this will be for just 1 cake. I'm gonna start with a smaller bowl. We're doing the Aldi one, so this is vanilla extract. Price-wise, this is big flavor for your buck. It's about 3 cents a teaspoon. It's $1.50 for 8 ounces. And then moving up, so this is the vanilla bean paste from Trader Joe's, and this is the one from Whole Foods. For the price, Trader Joe's is not bad. Trader Joe's is 22 cents a teaspoon. Whole Foods is 75 cents a teaspoon. Those are for later. Now I'm gonna show you what to do with all this icing. We're gonna start with our Aldi cake, so I'm using that vanilla extract, just normal, and we're gonna mix it into this 1/4 portion. At first it kind of resists it. Look at that, it's like, I don't wanna do it. And because there wasn't food coloring at every store, I'm just gonna be using my natural color dyes. These are the ones I have at home because I don't use any of the artificial dyes anymore. All right, this one's looking good. I'm gonna set this off to the side, and now we're just gonna color this middle one and leave this one white. So in the middle one, I'm gonna add all my natural food coloring. Oh my God. Here we go. Let's mix that in. Oh my goodness, beautiful. Looks just like my little bows. With the natural dyes, like right now, this looks really pink, and I'm just gonna keep mixing it until it's all the same color. It kind of gets a little darker. It starts out this little pink, and then it gets a little bit more purpley. Matches the wisteria. Perfect. Once this is combined, we're gonna move on to decorating. I'm going to put this in a piping bag, this in a piping bag, and this in a piping bag. Our cakes have baked and they have been cooling over here. I let them chill in the fridge for just a little bit, and in a piping bag, here is the buttercream that we made, and now we're gonna stack them and assemble them, and this is gonna be the top tier of our wedding cake. I'm gonna do the same thing with the 8-inch cakes. I'm just gonna show you what I'm doing with the 6-inch cake. So in front of me, I've got a turntable and a little cake plate and a little damp cloth just to help it like stick, give it some tension here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna flip all of these upside down. I'm gonna do the same technique for every single cake that we're making today, so everything's the same. You're gonna pipe some buttercream about 1/4 inch thick in between each layer, and you can do a spiral. That really helps me to keep it all even. You just spiral all the way around, do-do-do-do-bloop-a-doop-a-doop. And then to really get it flat, you can take an offset spatula, put some gentle pressure, and just spin around and around she goes. Usually you don't have to do this for every layer of a cake, but this is a wedding cake, everybody. We've got to make this beautiful and perfect and amazing. All right, let's flip this one upside down as well. Give it a little pressure, and the same thing. 1/4 inch of icing. Ooh, this yummy buttercream. Here we go, round and round we go. Next one, here we go. Boop. Once the cake's assembled, now we're gonna cover the entire thing with a thin layer of buttercream called the crumb coat, so it can look crummy. I like to start on the top and then work my way up the sides, and then just pipe all the way around the sides and smooth it out with your offset spatula. This is looking good. Look how cool this crumb coat looks. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the same exact thing for our 8-inch tiered cake, and I'm gonna pop this in the fridge to chill for about 20 minutes. Our cake has chilled. Now we're gonna put on a layer of icing, and our pink icing has turned a little bit purple, and I'm just gonna cover the entire thing. So I put a little bit of icing on the top and then around the sides. You can do this without crumb coating, but it just makes the process so much easier and look a lot more professional. It just gives it that oomph. And when you're making a wedding cake, you want the oomph. You want the extra time, you want the extra love, because isn't that what the day's about? Oh, look at that, nice and smooth. All right, into the fridge you go. In front of me is the iced 8-inch cake, and I'm gonna show you how to create a little bit of structural support before you put on the top tier, the 6-inch cake. You're gonna wanna do that. These are actually boba straws on the cake in front of me towards the center. I've already placed in 2 of these straws, but I left one to show you how to do it. So you press down, and you can kind of spin the cake just a little bit. Make sure you're going in straight. Here we go. Boop, 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 boop. go till you hit the bottom. Then once you hit the bottom, you're just gonna pull the straw up a little bit, and you can see where the icing hits, and you're just gonna cut right above it. Then with your little finger, you're gonna press it all the way down again. Perfect. And then in this piping bag, I have a little bit more icing. Just pipe a little bit, just to help the cake stick together. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, maybe I went too much. All right, for the moment of the truth, we've got our 6-inch cake. It's got a little cake board underneath. That is fine. That's what we want. All right, I'm gonna try to line it up with the circle I etched. This gets scarier as I get older. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The older I'm getting a little bit more clumsy. like things are still working. It's just like, all right, I'm just gonna adjust this just a little bit, and then let's decorate. You don't have to do this, but it's gonna make it look more seamless. There's nothing I hate more. Seeing cake boards, I don't like seeing them at the bottom, and I don't like seeing them where they connect. Just a thin layer, we don't need a lot. All right, there. And then, gonna take my finger, that's okay, my hands are clean. Wait, are they? Yes. Wait, let me rinse them. Wait, I can't remember. And don't worry, my hands are clean. All right, just gonna gently go all the way around just a couple of times. Look at that, almost immediately gets rid of the seam, looks super smooth. Now it's time for my favorite part. It's time to decorate. I'm going retro. I love the heart vintage cakes. I'm gonna be using a lot of that inspo for this cake. So in front of me, the buttercream, I've got them into different piping bags. The tips that I'm using are a ruffle tip, a leaf tip, a bigger open star, and then a small open star. Before we start, freehanding piping on a cake is really tricky. It's always been tricky for me. So what I did on the bottom of the cake, especially because I want all the cakes to look uniform and to look the same, taking a large cookie cutter, make an impression, boop, for the swag. The piping is gonna be called the swag, putting the swag on the cake. So there's 6 of them at the bottom, and then there's 4 of them at the top. We're gonna start with a little ruffle, and you're gonna put the little pokey part, the star, towards the bottom right here, and then this little smooth part up at the top, and we're just gonna jiggle up and down. Jiggle, 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 up and down. Go all the way around. Something I love about this cake design is that it's gonna be so busy, so layered, it's gonna hide imperfections. And then do the same thing to the bottom tier. This is so fun. Now we're gonna do a little ruffle swag. So this is gonna be underneath the line where we made the impression. So this one, we're going to go backwards. We're gonna line this little part up with the top, and we're going down, and then jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Pretty, 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 pretty. All right. Then you're gonna do this, put a little ruffle on all of the swags. All right, next tip that we're gonna be using, the leaf tip. And I've only used this to make cute little leaves on like little cupcakes with little flowers on them, little buttercream flowers, but I've never made a ribbon with them, and that's what it looks like, and it's so cool. And just leave a little gap here because we're gonna be adding some more details. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. It's working! Keep doing this to the rest of your swags. Next layer, we're gonna be making these shells with the small star tip, just like this. To make the shells, these are really fun. I love to do these on birthday cakes too. Just put a little pressure, boop, make basically a little ball, boop, and you just keep going all the way around. Little pressure, let up, pull away. Boop. All right, and then right here, we're going to connect them. Ooh, pretty. I love it. Keep using this little star tip all the way around. Now I'm gonna add a couple more ruffles. I did a ruffle on top of this cake layer all the way around at the top, and now I'm gonna do a ruffle layer on this one. It's a flat ruffle. So you're gonna have the little star part touching the top of the cake, and you want it to touch the top of the cake and just have the ruffle hang over the edge, kind of droop down. Oh my gosh, look how cute. We're on to the last piping bag, you guys. This is it. The big shell, the big open star. We're gonna do a round of them up top. We're gonna do a round of them on the middle and on the bottom. And for the big shells, I just want them to overlap the little ruffle just a little bit. So I'm gonna start here, and we're just gonna do a little boop. We want a little ball. Looks like a little wave. Look at that. Shell. Shell. Then just keep decorating your cake however you want. It's your life, it's your wedding, you can do what you want. And ta-da! There you have it, our first cake is done, and it is so cute. I absolutely love this vintage style of like decorated cake. It looks fancy. Like, I don't think the judges are gonna be able to tell that this is a cake from Aldi. I'm obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. All right, you guys, I'm gonna need you to drop me a like, because I will bake for likes, because I've gotta do this 2 more times. I gotta go make another Trader Joe's one and a Whole Foods cake just like this. I'm gonna do the same recipe, same process. I'm basically turning this into a little game at the end, so if you wanna play along at home, leave me a comment which cake you think is which. I'm gonna number them 1, 2, and 3. Let me know if you think that cake came from Aldi, Trader Joe's, or Whole Foods. And also let me know how much you think it costs to make each cake. Now I'm gonna go make 2 more cakes. I'm gonna pop this one in the refrigerator just to chill. Oh. No! Oh no! Oh no! I'll have to make 3 more cakes. Oh no, this is awful. Like literally, you guys, in the history of my channel, I've only dropped 2 cakes. This is one of them, and the other one was that Sonic one. I never finished the episode. I was so mad because I spent over 20 hours making that cake, and then I dropped it on the floor at like 4 in the morning. No. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. We can get this. We'll just fix it. No, no, I don't know if I can fix that. Wait, does she have a good side? All right, and here are our final cakes, and welcome our esteemed judges.
We are the most qualified judges
in the world.
In the world.
Yeah,
even.
in the world.
Mike and Teala. All right, so you guys are going to be trying and guessing which store these cakes were made from. One is from Aldi, one is from Trader Joe's, and one is from Whole Foods. So I'm wondering if you can taste a difference in that quality.
Okay.
Because I bought all the same ingredients, but the highest quality ingredient at each store.
Got it.
The only difference I'm noticing between these 3 cakes is this one's white icing is like a little
Darker.
Yeah, darker.
Good observation,
It's a
Michael.
great observation, because
That's
these
a great
two,
observation.
the frosting's the same color on those 2.
Cake is served. Okay, so here's a slice of each one.
Okay.
And I cut it in 2 so you guys could like share them. So which one do you want to start with?
Well, let's start on
Let's
number
start with 1.
All right, let's see. We got to get the perfect bite.
Yeah.
Maybe the
let's start with
frosting's flavored or something. I don't know.
Mike, what, you think you're some kind of expert or something?
Oh my god, I love the frosting so much.
I was gonna say the frosting is so buttery and smooth.
Yeah, that's Whisk.
Oh my goodness.
This is delicious.
Wow.
Like, that is so good. This is the exact type of frosting I love on a cake. It's the perfect consistency. It's fluffy. It's light, melts in your mouth. The cake part of it is
Yeah.
also delicious. It's not too dry. It's perfectly moist. Now it's
Okay.
time to try number 2.
Yeah, let's try
All right.
number 2.
It's different, but I'm like, but how?
I taste more vanilla in this one.
That's what it is. I feel like there has to be an extract in there or something.
Yeah.
Mike.
It's really good. I still like number 1 most so far.
All right, are you ready for the 3rd
Number
slice?
3.
Taste test.
The sponge on this one actually looks a little different now I'm seeing it up close.
Well, this is the one that was darker.
It's like a darker, deeper color.
And the frosting is darker. Well, this one tastes completely different.
There's definitely something different. I'm gonna try just the sponge.
The sponge kind of tastes like a coffee cake vibe. Like maybe there's cinnamon or nutmeg. There's some sort of spice in the cake that's completely different from the other 2.
I love this.
I really like this one. The cake alone could be like a little like thing itself, like no frosting needed. That's how flavorful I think this one tastes.
Love it.
Frosting tastes pretty similar, but it looks so different.
Is it as buttery as the first one though?
It's less buttery.
It's a little less buttery.
Now it is time. I'm gonna have you write down your answers. Which store you think these ingredients came from, Aldi, TJ's, or Whole Foods, and then what the price is. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Where do you think they're from? And how much do you think it costs to make that cake?
I've locked in my answers. I am level 2 out of 10 confident in them.
Did you say 2 out of 10?
2 out of 10.
I love those odds. All right, Teala, what are your answers? What do you think cake 1 is? Where do you think it's from?
Okay, I put Whole Foods.
Okay, and how much do you think it cost?
I put $55.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
All right, Mike, what'd you write for number 1?
So for number 1, I put Trader Joe's.
Oh.
And I put $33. And there's not a lot of reason why because these are so similar. But I have reasons for my other two, so all that was left was Trader Joe's. And I put $33. I have no idea.
All right, and then Teala, what did you put for cake number 2?
For cake number 2, I did Aldi, $26.
All right, for number 2, I also put Aldi, so maybe we're on the same page. And I put $32 because I don't know if Trader Joe's and Aldi, are they the same prices?
Okay, so Teala, so that leaves number 3.
Number 3, I put Trader Joe's. I just think it just had a twist to it. I feel like Trader Joe's always has like funky flavors and
That's true.
stuff.
That's true.
That's true.
They do.
So I felt like that was some Trader Joe's vibes. And I put $35.
All right, so for number 3, I put Whole Foods. The only reason I put Whole Foods is kind of the same reason she put Trader Joe's, is because the sponge looks different, and there's something about it, it's a mystery, that's different.
Is it giving organic?
Yeah, like, I
vibes?
don't know, like the cakes that they sell at Whole Foods, they kind of look like that sponge. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, I don't know.
You're not wrong.
I don't know, and since Whole Foods, I'm assuming is more expensive than the other 2 places, I put
Definitely.
$85.
Okay, so would you like me to reveal
Yes.
cake number 2? You guys were both correct. It was from Aldi. All the ingredients. And the cost to make it was $18.78.
So you were closer, you were closer on price?
That's point for Teala.
And I'm
now-
realizing only one of us is right because we swapped these two.
We did,
So,
yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys are
Yeah,
switched.
yeah.
Okay, cake number 1 is from TJ's.
Ah, you was right!
The price for TJ's, $28.11.
Wow.
I guess $33, so I'm not that far off.
Yeah, that's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
no, that's pretty good.
I was
right?
feeling this
You're
cake
actually
spot
really
for
close.
sure.
Whole Foods was obviously the 3rd cake, and I would say taste-wise, I think what you guys are tasting, other than just really natural ingredients, well, one, the sugar, it's like, it's organic
That's what
sugar
it
cane.
is. That cake tastes completely different from those two.
Yeah, organic sugar cane, when you bake with it, it's so delicious because it's sweet, but it caramelizes just a little bit in
And
flavor.
it gave it
and
like a different depth of flavor for sure.
It's so good. I
love it.
This is the Whole Foods butter. So again, even with like dairy that's higher quality, it usually holds a little bit of a different color. Whole Foods,
I
to
guess-
make the cake, $50.75.
I was so close with 55.
Yeah, you were
But I messed up.
really close. But you still guessed that
Switched.
Whole Foods was, yeah,
But I switched
around
the
that price.
cakes.
What'd you guess, Mike? $85.
$85, I thought it was almost twice what it cost.
Now that you guys have tested the 3 different cakes, I've got questions. Okay, so do you think it's worth going up in price taste-wise? You know, which cake would have you going back for another bite?
I'll say if I did a blindfold taste test of all 3, I think they'd be roughly the same. If I had to nitpick, I like the extra flavor of the Whole Foods one, the extra depth and all that. I feel like the Trader Joe's one was so buttery that I would just eat less of the icing, but overall, I mean, it's like maybe a 5% difference between all of them.
First of all these cakes are absolutely delicious, but I think my favorite was the Trader Joe's one. And close second would definitely have to be number 3, the Whole Foods one, because of the twang of it. But I feel like I would want to eat so much of that icing, and I would want to eat so much more of just the cake of number 3.
Ooh, if you combine these, it's just heaven.
Yeah, true. Gotta combine number 1
Okay,
and 3.
that's the dream combination. Good to know. I am marking that down. All right, that does it for the video. If you liked it, do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up, and a big thank you to Teala. Woo! Thanks for judging, and to Mike. I can't forget about Mike.
I will eat cake anytime.
Also, you guys, I did a video very similar to this one where we compared cakes from Air One. Woo, that was expensive. Dollar Tree and
Target.
yes.
Teala's a
Teala
fan, she knows.
I know the video.
It's up here, guys. It's up here.
Click the video.